Well, hello everybody and welcome back to Cat's Tiny Kitchen. I'm so glad you came to join me today. Today we're going to do something really fun. If you saw me smashing something in the beginning of the video, that was candy canes for peppermint bark. So we're going to cover the ingredients right now and I will show you the recipe as we go along. So the first thing we got are chocolate pieces. Second ingredient we got white chocolate pieces, and I've got that. Those are both 1 cup each, and I've got about a 1/3 of a cup after I got it all crunched up of the peppermint pieces. Excuse me, folks. And then I've got some veggie oil that we're going to use, and I'll tell you the amounts when we get to that point. And we have some peppermint extract. And those are our ingredients for the dish. And thank you for coming along again, and we will get this started. Okay, we are back and ready to go. I got my handy dandy pot and my metal pan for my double boiler. I don't own a double boiler and I really don't have any need for it because you can do it this way. If you don't have a metal pan, you can use a glass one as long as it's heat safe. So we're going to add 1 cup of chocolate pieces into the pan. Then we're going to add a teaspoon of vegetable oil to that. Now, you don't have to use vegetable oil. You can use canola oil, or you can even use coconut oil if you want to. Then we're going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of peppermint extract to it. And we're going to let this melt. And I've already got my pan prepped. See if I can get it in here. I have an 8x8 pan that I greased the bottom of. I put my parchment paper in it. So it got as many wrinkles out as I could, so when this is melted I can actually add it to the pan, spread it out, and then we're probably gonna I'll throw it in the refrigerator to start out with to get it cooled down, and then I'm gonna throw it into the freezer. So you want to keep an eye on this, so I keep stirring, make sure everything gets mixed together really good. Pardon my sniffy nose. I've just been coughing today and sneezing, and I don't know why. I don't feel sick, so makes no sense. And I don't want this to burn. I got my water turned on high, so I'm going to turn it back down to about 6, which is about medium high. Just want to melt this mixture. Got myself a pot holder just in case it gets a little too hot. It smells really good. I wish you guys were here to smell this. So I'm gonna put you on pause and we'll get this going, and we'll move on to the next step. Alright, I'm back and we got our chocolate all melted, nice and melty. There you go. And now I'm going to put it in my pan. As you can see, I've got oil in the bottom. This will help hold down the parchment paper. And I'm going to pour this chocolate into it's an 8x8 pan, and then I'm going to spread this out. Gotta get all that goodness out. And I'm telling you, it smells so good in here right now with all the peppermint going on. So there we go. We've got our chocolate in. We're going to spread it out. Try and get it as evenly as possible. Come on. There we go. That looks good. So now what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to put it in my refrigerator and let it cool and set up. Before I do that, though, I'm going to add some of the peppermint. Get that sprinkled on there. A little bit of it. Ooh, that looks so good. I'm going to let this chill for about an hour, so I will be back with the next step. Okay, we're getting ready to start part 2 of the peppermint bark. So, I'm going to add my cup of white chocolate chips. I've got me another teaspoon of vegetable oil. And then my 1/4 teaspoon of peppermint extract. And this is pure peppermint extract, if I did not tell you that when I started this. And we're going to get this melted. And this really goes very fast. It's just getting everything ready for the second part. And I put it in the refrigerator, and I have no patience, folks. So I went ahead and put it in the freezer, and it's getting very solid right now. So we can do this, and it'll be very quick on the second part. And pray, cross your fingers, that I don't mess up when I'm spreading this part out on top of the chocolate, because you don't want it to bleed. So I will be back shortly. Okay, I got my chocolate out, the dark chocolate, and now I'm going to add, let me get a hot pad here, the white chocolate. And I have to be very careful with this, because as soon as it hits that, it's going to start melting. So when I spread it on, I have to be very careful that it does not bleed. So, and I got to do it fast, because it's going to start cooling because it's on that dark chocolate. So we're just going to start spreading out. Oh. And if you can't tell, I've never done this before. Mike wanted it. I figured, okay. Oh, and I did. I bled it. Ain't going to be the end of the world. It's going to be covered up with some peppermint. I don't know why this white chocolate didn't melt like the dark chocolate. So if you want to leave me a comment and let me know why it did that. Maybe I needed some more oil in it, I don't know. So it did bleed, but we're still going to cover it up. It's not perfect, but it's still going to taste good. Well, that's about as good as I'm going to get it, folks. So let's go ahead and add our peppermint bark. I had a lot. It called for 4 candy canes, and I think that was a little bit too much for this, but I'm going to go a little heavy on this coating just to cover up my mistakes. Sure does look pretty good. So I'm going to get this chilled, and we'll be back for a preview. We are back with the finished product, and I'm getting ready to cut it. I'm just going to find me a knife. I can tell you, I tasted a little piece of chocolate and it tastes really good. So we're going to just kind of cut it up. It may not be pretty, but I know it's going to taste pretty. Switch sides here so you can see me. Trying to be careful so I don't break it. Because it is hard. So we're going to go this way. I think Mr. Mike's going to like this. Size pieces are going to be different sizes, but that's okay, folks. I'm not a chef. Can't wait to try this. It looks so good. That's our peppermint bark. And it's for the season. And I'm so glad that I got to do this with you all today. I'm going to get it all plated up and we'll take a picture and it'll be ready to view. I'm thanking you all for being so great for coming along. I wish you the happiest holidays and I hope you have a blessed holiday season. So thank you again for coming along. And we will see you on the next video. And I'm about ready to chomp into a piece right here. This one. It's pretty. Oh yeah. So you have a good day and a good holiday.